Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jen Sharon, and I'm based out of the California Campus Financial Aid Office, and I'm joined by Jody Mount, who is based out of the Clarion Financial Aid Office. Today, we want to share some updates and information on the 24-25 FAFSA process and Penn West plan over the next few months. We know the changes and delays brought on by the new FAFSA have made things difficult for everyone. Students and families need financial aid information to make decisions to budget for the upcoming year, and schools need the FAFSA to be able to provide that information to you. So we understand that there may be some anxiety or frustration right now, and we want to make sure that you know what to expect. As you all know by now, the Department of Ed made some big changes to the 24-25 FAFSA, which was intended to simplify the application process and to update the financial aid eligibility calculations. It's no secret that the rewrite has caused many changes to the timeframes that were originally determined by the Department of Ed and has also caused substantial delays to financial aid processes for schools across the country. The original predicted date for schools to receive FAFSA data was January 30th, and then right around that date, the new deadline was pushed back to mid-March. So what does that mean for Penn West and for you? We now anticipate receiving FAFSA data in March. From there, we will take some time to test our systems for accuracy. Our new anticipated timeframe for student aid offers to be sent to students and families is now April. Our anticipated date for updating current student award packages is also April, but we will give priority to students that are registered in summer classes.
All right. So for those that have not completed a FAFSA for this year or in the past few years, you will need to create an account, otherwise known as an FSA ID, at studentaid.gov. Each student and contributing parent must have an account. The purpose of creating this account is so that you can gain access to the U.S. Department of Education's online systems, as well as electronically sign your FAFSA form. A contributing parent is the parent that provided more than 50% of the student's financial support the 12 months prior to the date the FAFSA is completed. If the contributing parent is married and filed their taxes jointly in 2022, then only one parent needs to create an account. However, if your parents are married but filed separately, or if your parent remarried after the 2022 tax year, then both parents, this includes the step-parent, will need to create an account since they both will be considered contributors on the student's FAFSA. It is highly recommended that you create your account at least 1 to 3 days prior to completing your FAFSA. When creating an account, your information must be verified by the Social Security Administration. Since this can take approximately 1 to 3 days, your account cannot be used fully until the verification is complete. The FAFSA will be much easier to complete if your account has been verified prior to completing the FAFSA. And last, it is also very important that when creating your account, that each person uses their own email and phone number. This information is used to retrieve forgotten login information, as well as verifying your identity when logging in. When a parent creates a login for their child and decides to use their own information, it will greatly hinder the student's ability to use their own account. Also, students should not use email accounts that they will lose access to, such as a high school email account. Once the Department of Education sends your FAFSA information to the schools of your choosing in mid-March, our office will begin to diligently review the information and get it ready for financial aid offers. We hope by April to start sending financial aid offers out. We do not mail the aid offers, but will send an email with a link for you to access the offer. We will email both your Penn West email account as well as your personal email account that we have on file. Let's talk about how to read your financial aid offer. When you open it, you will notice your name and Penn West ID number in the upper right-hand corner. The date will be listed below that. The information on the financial aid offer is based on that date. So for example, if your offer is dated February 21st and you receive notification of a Penn West Merit Scholarship on February 27th, that scholarship will not appear on this award offer. We do, however, send updated financial aid offers every couple of weeks, so be on the lookout for a new one if you make any changes to your FAFSA that may change your eligibility or receive any new awards from Penn West. Further down the award offer, you will notice a tab that says Your Student Profile. Please be sure to review the information in this box for accuracy. A lot of information in the award offer is based on the answers found in your profile. If any of the information listed is not correct, please reach out to our office. The top section of your award offer will have a section called Estimated Grants and Scholarships. Here you will find all the estimated free money we anticipate you receiving. This means that all the funds in this section do not have to be paid back. All amounts listed are based on full-time enrollment, so your grant funds could change if you choose to be less than full-time during a semester. The Pell and SEOG grants are federal grants that are awarded based on the results of your FAFSA. Pennsylvania residents may also see a PA state grant that is also awarded based on the results of your FAFSA. However, FEA, the Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency, also has a supplemental application that must be completed to be considered for a grant. Please be sure you have visited www.fea.org and completed the PA state grant application. If you do not have the estimated grants and scholarship section on your award offer, this means that at this time, you have not qualified for any grants or scholarships. All students will have the estimated federal loan section on their financial aid offer. Almost all dependent freshmen qualify for a loan up to $5,500. If a student has financial need, they will see a direct subsidized loan as well as a direct unsubsidized loan. The maximum amount a freshman student can receive in subsidized loan funds is $3,500. The government pays the interest on subsidized loan funds while the student remains enrolled at least half-time. Federal direct unsubsidized loans work like a standard loan where interest begins accruing once the loan is dispersed and pays the student's invoice. If you are an independent freshman, you will be able to borrow up to a total of $9,500 in direct federal loan funds for the academic year. The maximum amount that can be subsidized is still the same, which is $3,500. Once you have reviewed all the financial aid awards on your offer, you will notice a section called Estimated Direct Costs. Direct costs are expenses you would see on your university invoice, such as tuition and fees, and if living in campus housing, housing and meal plan expenses. To figure out your remaining balance, you will first want to add up your total estimated grants and scholarships and your total estimated federal loans. You will then take this total and subtract it from your total estimated direct costs. So in the example on your screen, you would take $16,289 plus $5,500 to get $21,789. You would then subtract $21,789 from $24,642 to get a remaining balance of $2,853. This means that your estimated financial aid would cover all estimated costs except for the $2,853 balance. Do keep in mind, though, at this time, all figures are estimated and could still change once costs and grant amounts are finalized. You will also find a section on your estimated financial aid offer called Estimated Indirect Costs. These are expenses that you won't find on your university invoice, such as books and supplies, transportation costs, and miscellaneous or personal costs. If you are a commuter or living off campus, you would also find housing and food under indirect costs as well. Federal regulations allow you to receive financial aid for both direct and indirect expenses. Towards the bottom of your estimated financial aid offer, you will find additional boxes you can click on to learn more about other ways you can pay your university invoice. Penn West does offer payment plan options each semester for those who would like to spread out their payments. You will also find information on Parent Plus loans, private educational loans, work study, and military resources. Some students may also find additional boxes on the right-hand side of the page called FAFSA Issue and/or You're Selected for Verification. Please be sure to take notice of these boxes if you have them. If you have a FAFSA issue box, please contact our office and we can go over with how the issue can be corrected. Verification is the process to confirm that the information you have entered on your FAFSA is accurate. If chosen, you may have to provide tax documents to Penn West for us to review. The Department of Education chooses the students who must complete verification, so it is only necessary to do this step with the school that you are attending. It is important to take care of this, though, sooner than later so that there are no delays in your financial aid being awarded and dispersed. Penn West does use a secure site where students can upload all documents safely. Let's move on to scholarships. An email announcement was sent to all students a few weeks ago about our scholarship application opening. If you haven't done so already, we would encourage you to log into your my.pennwest.edu account and navigate to the Manage Penn West Scholarships box. Once you are redirected, you will notice there are two separate applications. Please only choose the one for incoming freshmen. Once the application is open, you only need to complete the sections on the application that pertain to you and your program of study. The deadline to complete the scholarship application is March 29th, so be sure to have everything submitted by then. You are able to save the application and come back to it, so it does not need to be completed in one sitting. You can find your financial aid awards by also going to your my.pennwest.edu account and choosing the financial aid self-service link under the Student Quick Access box. One important task you will complete at this link is accepting or declining your federal student loans. It's important to visit this link often because our office will list any tasks that you need to complete under the Student Requirements section on the Home tab. Items found here may delay the disbursement of your financial aid, so it's important to take care of these tasks. As mentioned earlier, you will need to decide if you want to accept or decline your federal student loan funds. You can find these funds by clicking on the Award Offer tab and scrolling to the bottom of the page. Here you will need to select Accept All or Decline All under the Take Action for each federal loan offered to you. Don't forget to hit Submit once you have made your selections. If you do not want to borrow your full loan amount, you will still need to accept your loan first, but then please email our office at financialaid@pennwest.edu from your Penn West email account stating how much of your loan you would like to borrow per semester.
So what can you expect from here? If you've not filed the 23-24 FAFSA yet, we recommend that you do it soon. Remember that you have to create an FSA ID for all contributors at least 3 days prior to sitting down to complete it. Unfortunately, until FAFSA data is released to schools, questions about your submitted FAFSA should be directed to the federal processing system at 1-800-4FED-AID. And if you've already submitted your FAFSA and you need to make changes, the Department of Education has indicated that you'll be able to do this sometime in March. There is a possibility of your FAFSA being selected for verification, as Jody mentioned earlier. This is where we might request documentation from you to make sure everything on your FAFSA is correct. We recently learned last week that the Department of Ed is significantly reducing the number of students selected for verification. However, we're still waiting on specific guidance on what this means for us and for you. If your FAFSA is selected, you'll have a notification on your Penn West portal under the student requirements section of the financial aid homepage, including a link to PennWestStudentForms.com where you can create your account in our secure document collection system to complete forms electronically and upload requested documentation safely. Next, the important step is to be sure to fill out the Penn West scholarship application that Jody mentioned. The deadline for this is to be completed by Friday, March 29th, so make sure you complete it before then. External scholarships, we get a lot of questions over the summer about external scholarships. So if you have been awarded scholarships from outside agencies like your high school or church, please send over any documentation that you have indicating the award amount and the where the award is coming from so that we can work to make sure that this part of your financial aid is added to your award package. This process takes place throughout the summer, so you have plenty of time for that. Also, watch out for information coming soon on how to register for one of Penn West's new student orientations that take place over the summer months. These are exciting days we plan every year, filled with lots of information to prepare you for the start of the school year. Lastly, we know that this is always a big question for students and families. When will you get your first bill? You can expect to receive your first bill towards the end of July or early August based on the approval of tuition and fee charges by the Board of Governors. Here you'll see some helpful links that we have included for you. The first is the link to the FSA ID, and then the second is the link to the FAFSA itself. Next is the link to FIA's website for Pennsylvania residents anticipating the PA state grant. FIA is also implementing a new system this year called Grant Us. And the good news is that if you are a PA resident, your information will be sent directly to them from the FAFSA. They will use the email address that you provided on your FAFSA to send you instructions to create your account in the Grant Us system, where you can complete the PA state grant application process and also receive further notifications regarding your grant eligibility. Lastly, we included the link for Penn West financial aid page. We encourage you to visit our site where we will post more information as we receive it from the Department of Education in coming months. Questions about the submitted FAFSA or issues with something with submitting the FAFSA should be directed to 1-800-4FED-AID. We hope that this session has answered most of your questions and that we've lessened your anxiety a bit with this guidance. As we continue to receive information from the Department of Ed, we will post updates on our website and encourage you to visit our FAQ page. Our contact information is provided on this slide. So if you did not get the answers that you were hoping for, we encourage you to reach out to us either by phone or email or stop into any office on any of our 3 campuses to speak with a counselor, and we will be happy to help you.